Hey, welcome back. You are listening to another brand new episode of Video Ditch. Look at this. Sammy's married and he's back on the show with Sam. Oh, fuck this, Sam. With Nick and Jake, fellas. It's good to be back. Good to see you.
So much has happened.
So much has happened. Yeah, truly. On today's show, we have a whole kind of expose from Nick, his experience on the show floors.
I was there,
PAX
man.
Yeah.
I was like Frank West covering the war.
He's in the trenches of Boston.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, just a classic style episode where we'll inevitably end up bullshitting about, whatever games we have been playing or other media and such. But to start us off, I suppose, because I watched you guys, I watched the episode you guys did without me. And you guys talked about the Oblivion remaster briefly.
Oh, the one with Marty?
The one before that, one with you and Jake.
Yeah,
I did watch the Marty
like
one,
the day before.
You guys were shitting on Doom. That was funny. I saw a post. Someone's like, "I'm playing the Oblivion remake. Is this supposed to feel like medieval Doom?" And I shat my pants. But the Oblivion remaster, my experiences with it before we, get into the real meat and potatoes. Right away, I think the thing that put me off most was the movement speed. You are so fast in that game. And I think that one change is so indicative of the whole approach Bethesda took to Oblivion. And I find it somewhat depressing, where it's like, this is a game that is in a rush for you to get it over with, essentially, right? It's like, get there, see the cool thing, do the cool thing. We have, a new coat of paint and a few more voice actors, and there are granted some gameplay changes, which I appreciate, like actual mechanical changing of stat blocks. And, I like that they took the effort and time to retouch those things. But it difficult to not feel cynical about in some ways. And then seeing the crazy sales numbers, that was the other big thing for me that shocked me that week. It's like 4 days in, 4 million copies sold.
Disgusting.
Of a game that was shadow dropped.
It's frankly disgusting.
By Bethesda. And I had a whole tin. Oh my God, it's all coming back. This is stuff I wanted to talk to you guys about. I know. Tinfoil hat conspiracy where it's like, Bethesda is they're really gauging the strength of their IP right now in this month, because the week before that they had done the PlayStation release of Indiana Jones and the Great Circular Nutsack. Right. And I was like, I feel like Bethesda is just trying to see, do we still have it? If we release another game for all platforms instead of just Xbox, will we have success? I feel like they're fucking just drop Oblivion. Someone leaked it, just drop it. And then I was part of the problem. I bought that shit, Mostly, it's a morbid curiosity, really, sometimes with that. But without...
It's not nothing to be ashamed about.
Yeah.
It's the same game you bought when you were 9.
Had I played Oblivion a ton, I would have easily bought it.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm not I was going to say that I think the things that made Oblivion good back then are still there, are still present.
Ragdoll physics.
It's a comedy game.
Yeah, totally.
Totally wacky. But the music, right? Jeremy Soule has been composing at least since Morrowind for that series, right? And I think consistently, and it's not new news that the music in the Elder Scrolls games is good, but
no, totally.
It just it hits, and I think the nostalgia is definitely a part of why it hits so hard. But there's certainly an appeal there, and it's nice to see the world of Oblivion kind of realized in a way that's not, as low fidelity. I wouldn't say ugly, just, the ambition can keep up with the technology can keep up with the ambition now. So it's interesting to see. But then playing it, it's like the beginning of the end for Bethesda's, the problems that I think came to a fruition in Skyrim. You can feel them starting in Oblivion, if that
Absolutely.
makes sense.
Started fast travel.
The inconsequential nature of things, right? I think that kills RPGs. I think that destroys a lot of the I don't know, value of
Yes.
the playthrough. Where it's
So
like,
for
it
sure,
just
like,
separates
open world.
the role playing from God
Mhm.
moding. It's just you're the best. Everyone loves you. You're the hero of Kavash. Oh, but you're also the Gray Fox. Oh, but you're also
Yeah.
the
It's the
wizard.
beginning. It's the beginning of that. Yeah, where in Skyrim it's just completely streamlined, spoon fed, which is a bummer because I like when these Bethesda games they allow you to inhabit a world in a way that like you'd expect there to be more games like them, but there aren't a lot of games that like satisfy that niche. Personally, I feel like you could play the Outer Worlds, right? I think that's like a pretty close one that came out, or Atomfall recently.
Oh yeah, I mix those two up a lot.
But it's strange, and it made the quality like gap between the writing and something like Kingdom Come and Oblivion so like apparent when I was playing it. I like one of the first side quests you can do. This NPC looks you in the eye and asks you to murder someone. And you come back, and she's like, "But don't feel bad about it. You did the right thing. They were a bad person, so don't feel bad." It's like, oh, it made me.
Yeah, morality in Elder Scrolls games is non-existent.
Yeah, it's just
you can do literally anything you want. You can kill as many people as you want. There's no real consequence. You can't kill the kids, so it doesn't even fucking matter. No. But you can just bathe in the blood of innocents 24/7. But you were there at Kavash when the fucking thing. I mean, you're a great guy.
Yeah, they'll have some sort of justification for you. Also, last thing about the Oblivion remaster, just Oblivion in general, that I think is missing from Skyrim is like guards patrolling on horseback is not a thing.
That's
Skyrim,
true.
I think that's super weird.
Yeah, in the wild.
True.
Like why? Like it added so much.
Like the open world's just dead in
kind
Skyrim.
of barren. Yeah, you don't feel like there's people on watch. But
that's actually what keeps me from ever. Like a lot of people I know will go and revisit Skyrim all the time, mods and everything. I'm just like, I don't know, man. Like I can't do it.
Hey, don't worry, man. If you get enough mods, you turn the game into a completely different game. It's actually enjoyable.
Yeah, I'm just not going to do that.
Yeah, exactly. You can play a game you actually like.
Yeah, some of the same things I said about the atmosphere of Oblivion, I think they, took steps forward with in Skyrim, but it's the steps back within the role playing and other systems that if you're not into that it's just nothing for you there. So I hear you. But yeah, that's the big game that I wanted to talk to you guys about that I was thinking about watching the other episodes. We can move on from that though.
You already know my stance on it. I think it's a sad state of affairs that this is moving so many units. People are paying full price for this game.
It was discounted, I think.
It wasn't
full price.
What's discounted now? $60?
Like 50 or 40.
Right, yeah, discounted. Really discounted.
Look, I think it was $40.
Mm-hmm. Anyways,
pretty brutal.
I got the Dread XP packs or whatever for like $2 a pop. I've been enjoying those. I think a lot more than I would have enjoyed playing Oblivion again. And I liked Oblivion when I was younger. I liked it a lot. It's probably my favorite Elder Scrolls game. But I think if I played it again, I would fucking hate it. Honestly, I think it would be disgusting to me, and I would hate it. I don't think I would like anything about it now. So I'd rather not even bother.
You don't want to taint the memory,
right?
The potential of it.
As fun as to punch rats in the sewer while Patrick Stewart's like, my God, you! I saw it in my dream.
In my dreams, I saw your face. Yeah.
No, I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been playing the Dread XP collections, the like game jams that they publish as anthology games, and some of them it's like it's okay. It's like kind of scary, I guess. Nothing too crazy. I feel like if I played when they first came out, before I was really into the real indie scene, before I became what I am before you now, I'd have been like
the gamer that stands before you.
Yeah. Before I became like this hyper elitist dickhead, for lack of better words, I'd be like, whoa, cool. Never saw this before.
Mm-hmm.
But so much is like, oh, how contrite. A jump scare will be next, I suppose. Yes.
It is.
As expected.
The sophisticate you are, I see.
But I noticed there's two games that really stood out. Were both by Bryce B, the guy who made who's making 500 caliber contracts were very interesting.
We have
Very much.
spoken about that before.
Yeah, there was something that I had not experienced before, or things that I had, but they were twisted in a way that was interesting to me. And he's got 2 games in the pack 3.
The sea even.
Yeah, he's got
Oh,
working
yes.
on. One is Eden, which is like a Chow Garden, but you raise biblical angels.
Okay.
And make them race.
They like eyeball, like are these like
like giant eyeball, geometric shapes. Yeah, they get distracted in the races by giant humanoid cities, which they destroy. they just can't resist. It's like a funny little thing. And when you win, you ascend to godhood. It's a nice little, quick little game. And the other one was it was called like Disparate Dead. You're like it's a platforming detective game where you're the soul of a recently deceased detective investigating why souls are not crossing over to the human world. And everything in the dead world is like very surreal, fantastical, but like makes sense aesthetically. It all flows. It all looks nice. It's almost like charming. It's almost comforting in it. It's not scary at all. When you get to the human world, everything is like PlayStation 1 pre-rendered backgrounds or photographs. And it is so jarring and so fucked up and like sickening. And the resolution keeps lowering as you go further. It makes you feel like ill. You know how much I love it when games make me feel like I'm going to pop.
It's true. It's true. You love that shit.
So really that one was really cool to me. I really like that one.
Well, you, Jake, what are you bringing to the table today? What hot slices of gaming have you been eating up?
Oh, fuck. I have not been eating up a ton, honestly.
You know what, Jake? I actually have a game for you.
Okay.
Or Jake.
One of the guys I met at PAX, their company's making a game. If I do this, then they'll put us on their page.
Yeah.
It's not working. There you go.
Color Grave.
They're making a game that is, the whole game is just RuneScape woodcutting, leveling up your woodcutting skill, but for Game Boy.
For Game Boy?
Yeah.
They're making this like now?
Yeah, right now. It comes out like, it might have
like it's Game Boy aesthetic.
Like it's all Game Boy Color. Like it's like Oracle of Ages graphics.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called. One second. Normally I'm on this, but I just remembered it. It is called April Grove, and the whole game is just upgrading your woodcutting stat.
Well, I will maybe check that out, but I'm more into fishing. I gotta say.
Well,
it's not your meditative jam.
No, I mean,
no, you meant to say, of course I'll check that out. Thank you, Color Grave.
Thank you, Color Grave.
Thank you for the sponsorship, Color Grave.
I can't wait.
The check cleared, Color Grave.
Send it.
Well, that's a pretty wild concept.
Yeah.
No,
is there a progression to it? Well, we just got to have them on the show.
It's like we haven't been playing many games because it's been super hard. We actually even put 7 Remake on hold just because, like, with blueprints until we're done, which we're almost done with, you can't. It's hard to like go play something else and then come back to that because you're just so enveloped in every puzzle, or in every as you get later into the game, the puzzles are just so long and elaborate that you don't want to lose your place. Like it's even hard after a few days when we go back. We're like, the fuck were we doing? Like we have a to-do list and everything. I mean, we just kind of want to binge out this game and finish it. And then we're going to we'll finish Remake and move on to, I think we're going to play Expedition 33, like off the bat.
I've only played it for an hour. It was great. It was so good. I knew I had to stop playing it immediately so I could play all the other smaller games I had before I continued.
Yeah, I know. I had
to smack the controller out of my own hand, let it clatter to the floor to stop playing it.
No, for sure. Aside from that, I've just been doing the staples for me in RuneScape, Trackmania.
Right, staples. They're going out of business. Good sales there.
I haven't played Repo. Have you guys?
Repo? Yeah, it's fun. It's like
really fun.
What's Repo?
It's basically it's Lethal Company, but you're like a little emoticon robot. It's like it's very similar. It does its own thing. It's weird to say this, but I guess Lethal is a little more grounded in that you are in you being an expendable human. Whereas Repo, as a robot, you can like do spring out and do wackier things.
Okay.
The enemies are a little bit more cartoonish. Still goes for that horror element. There's like a greater enemy variety in Repo, but it's like not as. You're not gonna have those proximity chat moments as often. I feel like.
Okay.
Where you're like, oh hey, I'm going around, and then they die instantly.
Yeah, it's a little more collaborative too. Like you need each other to do some of those things.
You feel a little less helpless in Repo, also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lethal, you're just completely defenseless.
In a group of 4, you've never been more helpless in Lethal Company.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's like,
but it's fun. It's definitely fun.
Okay, I've heard it's fun.
That formula.
But there's a lot of laughs in it. Ivy's played it. She's always cracking up when she's playing it.
Anyways, we also have some PAX coverage. Were there any other games before I get into it
that I want to talk to you guys about?
Yeah.
I think. No, I mean, I mentioned LA Noire before the show. I was also playing because we watched LA Confidential, and then we watched Goodfellas, and then we were watching a bunch of The Sopranos. So I was on like a mob kick as well, and the mob Sopranos is so good.
It's so fucking
good. We're starting. We're in the beginning of season 3 right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, you know what we should play?
So good.
Sopranos Road to Respect.
Yeah,
we should. Yeah,
and that's a game.
Mm-hmm. And in anticipation of the new Mafia title coming out this summer, I've been playing through those ones. So I played through Mafia 2 somewhat quickly, somewhat pleasantly. Like, oh, that was a nice short experience, somewhat, for being like an open world crime experience. So that was nice.
Okay.
But I know you two aren't like super invested in Mafia as a franchise.
Can't say I am. I'm sorry.
No worries. I'll tell you, as a fan of as someone who's played the last 3 modern entries, I am really skeptical about the one that's coming in August.
Did you play 3? I heard
I did play 3. I'm replaying 3 right now because I just finished 2. And 3, surprisingly, I mean, there's a lot wrong with it, but there are strong moments. I think the thing that series has going for it is they have a pretty compelling main narrative throughout all of them. It's just the execution varies in effectiveness. And 3 is just way too long of a game. They stretch it way too thin. So any intrigue or interest in the characters, you kind of you get worn out.
I think it will just always be very funny.
It's the pants shitting game.
It is the game. Go to the bathroom.
It's that meme.
He was just so into Mafia 3 that he was shitting himself. So I mean, it can't be all that.
Right, it can't. Right, I think I may have mentioned this to you before, Nick, but we talk about Black Dynamite so often.
Mm-hmm. And Black Dynamite the game.
It's essentially it's that scene. It's that montage of when he's like, "I'm gonna go." Anyone who's selling drugs in my city, I'm coming out. He declares war on the city. That's Mafia 3's gameplay. It's just havoc and mayhem, but it stretches on way too thin. And there's just like buggy quests, like coding, which is
what
rough.
Why isn't there a Black Dynamite game where you're just like Michael Jai White going around just like kung fu killing people in the middle of the street?
That's a great
awesome
aesthetic to be explored and extremely entertaining.
Indie developers, get in contact with Michael Jai White.
Do like a small scale GTA clone. I would love it. Kind of 70s
that one neighborhood. Go to Roscoe's, have chicken and waffles to heal.
Yeah. What is he selling at first? It's like chili dogs and donuts. Before he transitions. But that's what I've been playing, because I'm always playing some sort of open world in the background. Although with June coming up, last thing before we get into the PAX coverage, is Death Stranding 2's coming out, so I'm really excited about that.
It actually looks come out very good. I haven't actually played Death Stranding.
I think it's the end of June.
I never played
unfortunately.
Now that it's good, all the shit with like the electric guitar swordsman and all that was never in the first one, right? All this like crazy over the top shit is brand new.
There is crazy over the top shit in the first one, but I will say, I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything. I feel like so much of what makes that game good is just experiencing it. Whoa.
I didn't realize I already have Death Stranding. I just haven't even.
I own it.
I didn't even know I had
play it. So many
play the director's cut. I'd say at this point, there's no point not to. For sure, unless you're trying to save some money.
If there's one director I trust, it's Hideo Kojima.
For sure.
yeah, if you want to talk about like an atmosphere in a game that's like
No, for
really
sure.
unique, and just melancholic. Like I think Clair Obscur also has that like from the start. You kind of
Misery.
get this
Clair Obscur
tinge of it. Yeah,
literally
Yeah,
opens
it's
with
like
like
it's not
a
even a
ruined
tinge.
world. He's like, oh, I have to go to my ex-girlfriend's funeral birthday today.
Pretty intense stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, nonstop misery.
Mhm.
It's great.
Yeah, there's just so much good eating to be had. So it's a very good time. The summer of gaming is going to be a ripe one indeed.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. But that takes us to you, Nick.
Yes, and as interspersed throughout this, I'm sure we will remember to put proof of PAX coverage of me interviewing developers, proof that we are, big boys making big moves in the world.
We are indeed legitimate independent journalists.
We can just discount the fact that all the interviews I did were through the VGAs, which is true. I was not even originally supposed to be the interviewer. That just kind of ended up happening.
Why are you exposing these facts?
Huh?
It's cool, man. People don't need to know this. You don't need to give them the complete
I was so good at it. They were like, "How about you just keep doing it?" And I was like, "Oh shucks, you mean it, guys? All right, I guess."
I see.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. If you haven't caught it, viewers, listeners, Nick was there.
There will be a featurette link below. But yes, I was at PAX. I was able to interview quite a few developers. The big one is all of them, because all developers are perfect and equal in every way. But the biggest one was the Behemoth CEO.
Yeah.
But I will say there's no one we interviewed, no one we talked to that was not someone that had an interesting game. There's no one we talked to just like, oh, let's fill time, let's fucking bored, or we need just to kind of like maybe get free shit. It was all people doing interesting things. It was all people doing things that I feel deserve to be covered. And it was all hopefully games that can get a bit more out there. And that does include the Behemoth, because, I do like Newgrounds. I can't lie to you. I do like Newgrounds. Yeah. So it was a great time. It was a wonderful time. It was, I would even say it's a fantastic time. The interviews were fantastic. Everything about it was fantastic. Once again,
wonderful to hear.
We'll just drop in the full interviews in between me talking, so you guys can watch that and be like, wow, these guys really stepped up for this video. No, they were already edited and ready, but great time, great stuff. In terms of new games to check out, I forgot to go. There was a gigantic dome in the middle of the convention center, exclusively for Elden Ring Night Rain. And I actually waited.
I think.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I waited in line. I waited to get in early to PAX. And then while I was waiting, I forgot why I went there. And then I just started wandering around, and I was like, oh, right. I was supposed to go to the Night Rain
Big dome.
To get the early access,
like tarnished ticket. Dome.
And it was already gone. It was gone within the first 30 minutes. So I did not play Night Rain at all. You can actually see the featurette. I took a short video of the outside of the Night Rain dome with no gameplay. But
Elden Ring marketing always goes hard at conventions.
Yeah. Dark Souls 2. Great stuff.
Yeah. Any FromSoft. Yeah.
New and upcoming games.
What about some of the ones you interviewed? Like, what are the highlights there?
As a matter of fact,
smoothly transitioned.
I had my handful of. Oh, I dropped my cards.
No worries.
There is Demon Tides, who Jake, by the way, said one of their favorite platformers of all time, and an inspiration for this game is Super Mario Sunshine. It's an expressive platformer.
What did you say their name was?
Demon Tides.
Demon Tides, spelled by Fabraz. Yeah.
It's got a nice, vibrant art style. I remember we talked about this one before too.
Yeah, it's described as an expressive platformer because the whole idea is that you can use any combination of tools to get through the goal. So it's meant for the hardcore platform head, not just your little baby rolling his face against the controller trying to get the shine sprite.
Yeah, I'm excited about this one.
I talked to the guys behind Pit Puzzle, which is
Pit Puzzle.
Yeah, if you ever
across the pond,
if you ever played Puyo Puyo or Tetris Attack or Pokemon Puzzle League or Puzzle Fighter, it's in that vein. It's a puzzle fighting game.
Puyo Puyo.
Home. You guys will remember Cameron was there. Squishy. Talked to him. He's grown out a mustache. He's really grown up.
Oh, nice.
Very serious individual.
Mustaches, yeah, it's the way to go.
Updated the game, made it easier. Actually, unfortunately, even though I specifically told him not to, he made it easier.
Well, sometimes accessibility is the move. When you want to reach the masses, if that's what you're trying to do.
Who cares about the masses? I'm not the masses.
Yeah, the masses pay the bills.
Whatever. What else? I had to get a couple more. My cards. Yes, Standing Cats, who are developing Necromancer of Nowhere, who I think I can just announce now will be on the show in this upcoming month. They are going to be coming on. We actually, I did not interview them, but when I was dressed as Travis Touchdown walking around the convention, they just kind of called me over and they were like, "Hey,
put that image on screen.
Are you a Suda fan?" And I was like, absolutely. It was like that scene in Step Brothers. You want to be best? Do we just become best friends? That's what happens in real time.
Wow.
Double Shake,
the spirit of gaming. That's right.
Tomba Girl. I got along very well with the development team. Spent a lot of time with them, even outside the convention. We got along so well. Everyone was looking at them and saying, "Wow, look at them. I wish I could get along with them as well as he does." And I said, "I bet you do. I bet you fucking do, but you don't."
This is what I wanted to hear. Yeah. I'm missing.
And last of all, a game that was especially interesting to me is Oneway.exe, which is a horror game based entirely on different aspects and areas of the old internet, the GeoCities to modern internet. So So naturally, I was like, "Whoa, look, a thing for me."
Yeah, it's making my neurons fire.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Some gameplay. There's some footage of me playing it. And luckily, they cut out me jumping and shitting myself. So
that's good.
I look like I'm very cool and collected.
This was another event where the devs were like present at their booths.
They were there.
Yeah, like you could just talk to them.
Always preferred, I would say. Always want to talk to the developers. Yeah, so that's a very super condensed overview of it. If you want a more in-depth look, if you want a cooler look, a snazzier look, a funnier look, maybe even, well, I guess if you like dry humor, what I just said will probably be funnier. I've been compared to, I've been called the Frasier of gaming by some. So if you like a dry look, stick with this. If you want more in-depth, a more puerile kind of a look for the masses, I guess. Check out the featurette. But seriously, do check it out. I did spend a lot of time on the featurette, so check it out.
Right on.
And that's it, folks. Great episode, guys.
No, with that event and with the indie scene specifically, I'm going to pay attention to like this fact more so when we're in LA next week. But like, do you feel like a lot of the developers are like around our age, they're younger people, like generational peers, or is it mostly a mix of age ranges of amongst developers?
I'd say 25 on, yeah. Mostly. Like I would say Cameron, I would say Squishy is the exception. He's like what?
Kind of like the
very, very young.
Lower end of the
and also range. Very, very talented.
Prodigal.
There's some indie developers who've hit it big and they're like 19.
Solo dev.
Grew up making like Roblox mods and then the guy who did
the Lethal Company guy, just a furry, hanging out in his bedroom,
making games,
hanging out mods, banging out games,
like a good old game.
Hit it big. The Balatro guy,
now.
The Balatro guy, can anywhere from
called
16 to 99. I have no idea.
The developer,
be anything.
Oh yeah, I have no idea. That dude, I'm guessing he's in his 30s.
Sure,
just a guess. Could be 40s, could be late 20s.
That gambler's mindset.
The Blueprints dude is older. He's older.
Yeah.
He spent like 8 years making that game.
I mean, the nice thing though, all the developers, no matter how old they actually are, they all have a very youthful spirit. I feel like the ones who really care have that passion keeps you young. It's like that one thing, the one that like 5 pieces of information about One Piece is like, if any of them didn't become pirates, they'd be like old and fucking ugly and disgusting, right? Because they have no passion, their lives are meaningless. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
I saw it in like a
Jake, you're the One Piece expert.
Yeah. I just like, I don't know, not all the old people are. Some old people
was it the SBS or whatever? Is that what it's called?
Oh, you're talking about like
the question and answer column. Yeah, it's like, what if they didn't become pirates and Zoro's like morbidly obese and like lives by 40?
Yeah. That's just
because they're passionate and they care. They stay young, even though they
got to stay within game dev. Otherwise, horrible life.
I think you could see everyone I interviewed. They all have that same spark, and that same passion, and the same that eternal youth that's keeping them going, keeping them strong.
I guess I was just asking because the influences seem, from a very specific era of kind of gaming culture, pop culture, with some of the projects you covered?
I mean, I do feel like it's all over the place. Honestly, there's influence. I guess story-wise, influence seems to be more modern, but in terms of gameplay, it is all over the place. Like One Way definitely has influences of Hypnospace Outlaw, just because they kind of prove that you can make a game that is just using a web browser, making it engaging.
Fair.
Away From Home has obviously very strong Earthbound and Earthbound in overtones, influences.
So. I guess it isn't just like early 2000s that I was detecting.
But I'd say the thing about independent games that I like is that it is kind of like a combination of all the interests of this developer smashed together, taking all the pieces they like of these games and putting them into one project and trying to give it their own spin on it. That's what makes it interesting. Okay. Especially when they have the same likes and interests as me. Then it's like, wow, great.
Tailor-made for you.
Or me. Wonderful.
Definitely speaks to the value of it. That's why we like covering it so much.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. Was there anything else we wanted to cover on today's show aside from, experience at PAX, what we've been up to?
I went to a karaoke room in Boston. Did great. I was very good at singing. Everyone said so. I opened it up, I believe, with some songs from Sonic Adventure. So everyone was like, "Wow, this guy is cool."
Live and Learn,
a crowd,
or
I think it was. I think it was "I Am All of Me."
Okay. Wow.
Very good.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what other game I bought recently because I had to do it. This is a total nostalgia pick. Was the Capcom fighting game collection?
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, the SNK one, right?
Yeah, it has the SNK as I think Street Fighter Alpha. I don't know if Third Strike's on it.
It has Alpha Upper, I think Alpha 3 Upper.
I bought it for Power Stone 1 and 2.
Oh yeah, it's the only way. They actually had a Power Stone tournament at PAX. I forgot to tell you.
Crazy. I saw that on the itinerary for PAX West too. So. Maybe
enter
in the future. Go for it. I'm Wang Tang. Strong. You see it.
Garo is still going. Everyone keeps saying no one's playing it. I think it's the only game. I was watching Combo Breaker this weekend. The only games that interest me at all were Garo City of the Wolves and Third Strike. And in both instances, my favorite character made all the way to grand finals.
Wow. You're a good omen.
It was a fantastic viewing event for me. I finally understand what sports are like.
When you're rooting for something?
Yeah, when I see Hugo in grand finals, I feel the same way that I assume perhaps a Packers fan feels.
Perhaps, yeah.
His team is going to get is at the big bowl,
Exactly. Yeah. Getting
his team's at the toilet bowl, trying to get the big belt.
That's awesome. This is funny. Yeah. The only complaint I have about the Power Stone experiences is that they're strictly the arcade ports, right? So it's not like the Dreamcast home release version of Power Stone 2, which had only a few more bells and whistles, but those bells and whistles were really appreciated.
Did they have new characters?
The secret characters are included in this release. It was just like different gameplay modes,
Does it have training
ways to engage with it? Training modes still exist.
Oh, they're fine.
Yeah. you're one of those guys as long as versus training.
I'm so disillusioned. I used to love story mode in fighting games. Now I haven't even touched it in any of the last five,
story
6
in Power
games. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. I
didn't even touch arcade mode. Just straight to versus, straight to training and versus.
I think Tekken 6 was the last game where I cared to play through a story mode. Like Soul Calibur 5, Soul Calibur 6, Tekken 7, Tekken 8. The story mode is just like me. Can't get into them. But I feel like they're not executed super well by those studios.
They never have been. Like at best, they're super over the top and insane. Like that's what makes them funny.
Right. Yeah.
Trying to make it a serious story where Heihachi was actually doing the right thing by throwing Kazuya into the volcano is idiotic.
Can't you see he's evil? I'm doing the right thing.
It's called the devil gene, okay? I had to.
I had to do it.
I had to slaughter my wife.
Yeah.
I didn't have a choice.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough. I think the only studios that really attempt at it now, Namco's still attempting at it, but I think the ones that people gravitate towards are the NetherRealm fighters. People like those single player
For
experiences.
some reason, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's fighting games.
because it's cinematic, but then I feel like it really takes you out of it when you watch this
it makes
beautifully
sense.
choreographed sequence, and then you have to play
Then you
Mortal
have to
Kombat.
awkwardly stumble your
Yeah.
fist into the enemy's head.
It's like,
The gameplay in the NetherRealm fighters just does not appeal to me at all.
yeah, I
Injustice,
understand completely.
Mortal Kombat, anything. I do not like it. I like it when you glow bright yellow and blue and shit, and then you do a fireball into a shoryuken, and then go flying across the screen. I like that kind of stuff.
You do like that kind of stuff, yeah. And then Jakey here, not a big fighting game fan. Historically,
He's more of a smash head.
I do like Smash Bros.
Yeah.
I played.
You know, when
I played the first
they,
few Tekkens.
I guarantee you they will release Ultimate for Switch 2 and they'll add like one character. And then I'm going to be like, great, now I have to pay.
now I have to play it.
Now I have to pay $80 for
yeah.
Smash Ultimate again.
I've been wondering what they'll do.
Nice
with
speculation
Smash.
hours. I love
That's
this.
That's just what's going to happen. I guarantee you. I mean, Sakurai's working for Nintendo again with Air Riders, so he's back in.
Right.
He's back
in the game dev set.
He tried being a YouTuber for a while, and he was massively successful, but he couldn't break free.
I know he's like one of the most excellent YouTubers.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
There's the hypothetical. There's the question for tonight, fellas. If you could have one character, who is the character that would make you have to buy Smash Ultimate
Travis
Plus?
Touchdown. I mean, to be frank, anyone.
That's a really
literally anyone. If
there's
there's just
you could
like
have a character, yeah.
even if they were just like, we're gonna add a balance patch, we're gonna change all the characters' moves, like that's enough. That works. But yeah, Travis Touchdown or the entire Smith Syndicate from Killer 7.
Oh,
as one character.
That'd be a cool character.
Like you start as Darshan, you're down B, you turn to the next Smith.
Yeah.
Where you can like select it from a dial like Shulk, you know?
Mm-hmm. I can see that. That'd be sick as hell.
Yeah.
And those are both Nintendo games. Very good. 10 points for staying so on theme.
I've thought about this too much.
Yeah, you clearly have. I can't think of. I'm trying to think. I don't know.
The Master Chief.
Master Chief. Goku.
Avitor.
The Needler. Oh my
Just
god.
the Needler.
Just the Needler.
We added the Needler from Halo.
Yes! Just like the shot of Nintendo New York. Yes! People like pulling their own heads off.
Oh shit.
Oh fuck.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I don't know.
We've added soap from Call of Duty.
My god.
Oh, that is a tough one. From Nintendo specifically.
For Nintendo.
I'm trying to think of like what properties
what
or characters
been added from Nintendo.
I mean, like Waluigi.
I guess
quite a lot.
Yeah, Waluigi would be great.
Nintendo has a psycho.
Lloyd, any of Tales of Symphonia.
Lloyd Irving?
Yeah.
Oh, Tails.
He's not cool enough.
He's not cool enough.
That's a nostalgia pick. Yeah. I don't know if they had because to coincide with the release of Yakuza Kiwami the Ultimate Edition.
I was thinking of Yakuza character
or Majima, either one.
Or Majima, yeah.
You could do style switching.
They got the costumes. It makes sense.
The same thing. Down B style switching. There you go.
Nintendo sent.
Oh damn it! I had one.
They could have the Zero outfit, and they could have the main series outfit.
Exactly.
Easiest costumes in the world. It'd have to be Majima too, because they don't want Kiryu in fighting games, because then he would have to hit women or something. What was the reason they gave?
Is that why?
They gave some reason why that Kiryu's not added as a guest fighter to games.
Wow.
But if they add him to Virtua Fighter 6, that's all out the window, because he's going to be beating the fuck out of Sarah Bryant.
That's another trailer I was keen to ask you about, Nick. We'll get back to you, Jake, if you haven't thought of one yet.
Oh, add Tails.
Tails, another Sonic character.
Yeah, get Tails.
Actually, is Sonic's the only representation from his?
There's two Final Fantasy VII characters.
Yeah,
and one Sonic.
You give Miles Tails power.
Give Miles Tails in there. I just wanted to see Nick's reaction. Don't add Tails and be fucking terrible.
No, they should have Eggman. They should have Eggman's insanely loud back from Sonic Adventure 2.
Eggman could just be a recoloring of Bowser Jr., basically.
Yeah, essentially the Egg Robo, Egg Mech, whatever.
Wow. Yeah.
Yes.
That'd be something.
Yeah, what's the final question? What is happening?
Well, that was it. I mean, Do we have another hypothetical question? I think that was it.
Oh, no, that's it.
Throw one out. Let me think. Let's think.
This will be the grand finale.
Mm-hmm. For me?
I thought, man. No?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of one, but we're gonna need to cut some quiet time out.
Yeah.
You're on its way.
This doesn't matter. I mean, honestly, we've been just jabbering nonstop. I think that's why the sound is so jarring. We've been pretty on. It's been a while. It's been a while.
It's been a minute. I sadly haven't played anything new.
We condense like 3 hours of conversation to 40 minutes. So
that's good. Yeah, I've been yapping.
Okay, here's the hypothetical for you. What would Nintendo have to do for you to be like, you know what? I can't morally buy a Switch 2.
What would they do?
What would they have to do?
What line would they have to cross?
For me, they would have to literally kill my wife. Miyamoto would have to bust down my door and shoot my wife in the head for me to be like, I don't think I can buy a Switch 2 anymore. I really want one, but I can't support them.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
It'd have to be like, I'm going to get one. I don't know.
There's no line they can cross.
Just Ivy, her head is just a stump next to you playing the Switch 2.
I'm going to get one.
Oh, shit.
Like, I don't want to have to, but I am going to want to play their games, period. So
Reggie's just using your cat as a pair of nunchucks over his shoulder.
Oh my God.
Yeah, how's that Nintendo Premium subscription, Jake?
You like that? Free trial. You will have to pay. You'll have to pay after the month.
Yeah.
Hopefully, like your Wii simulator.
Yeah. God. Yeah, if they got on some, absurdly comically evil, corporate shit like we've been spying on you this whole time with our free Nintendo camera,
wouldn't stop me.
That's 100% going to happen.
Acting like your fucking phone and everything else.
I know. It's pretty low stakes.
That's 100% what is happening. I mean, I'm not going to get a Nintendo camera because I feel like why would I? Yeah.
Jesus.
It's like the iToy.
God.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
That did remind me though, as we were talking about like comically evil bullshit, and to kind of wrap things up and to tie back to me listening to the episode you guys did. You guys are talking about Black Mirror. I also watched the new season. Not good.
Yeah, not surprised.
Black Mirror has I wouldn't say it's like become a parody of itself because it's not so bad, but it is pretty heavy-handed and lacking nuance and intrigue.
Oh, yes, the episode where he becomes a kick streamer and he's forced to put his wife down because she has dementia.
Because healthcare is it feels a little insulting. Like they almost dumbed down.
I did like the episode where the guy gets so attached to the video game he kills people. Or he kills one guy.
Mm-hmm. The one that gets the crazy shit in his neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, that could be me. That basically was me. If I had played that game when I was completely socially inept, I would also be like, you're killing them, and just back to the ride.
Yeah, just hit a little too close to home.
Invite someone over, they started letting my pigment go oh, they're drowning. Like, you fucker.
Drown them, yeah. Doesn't feel good, does it?
Oh, we talked about Severance too. Have you seen Severance, Sam?
No, I'm not an Apple TV haver.
I need my family probably.
There's interesting stuff on there that I'd like to check out. So I skipped that part of the episode. I won't lie because I was like, this is irrelevant to
it was just spoiler town too. We just talk about spoilers for an hour.
I had to cut it out. I had to cut out an hour of conversation on Severance.
That's pretty bad.
What was I going to say? Right. So I think that's it. We don't have any fan questions because we didn't tell anyone to ask anything. Otherwise, I'm sure they would have.
Yeah, for the grand return.
Be on the lookout. We have big guests coming. We have cool guests coming. We have interesting things to talk about. It's going to be very good.
We might even get some live on the floor coverage and bits from Summer Games Fest.
We will.
And the mix. Maybe even IGN Live.
We will. Oh,
hopefully I will have played some new games by then.
Yes. But until then, thank you for watching this new exciting episode of Video Ditch.
Mm-hmm.
As we stumble back into the saddle, thank you for sharing the ride with us. I've been Sam with Nick and Jake. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Keep on gaming in the free world.
Goodbye.